Okay, so hello everyone. This is Jitendra Grover, and we have Rupali with us from International Business University. She takes care of recruitment of students, and today we are going to discuss one major announcement. It is related to online MBA. It can help many people who are inside Canada, and I need to know many things about online MBA as well. So we are going to know about it together, and then we are going to discuss about normal routine MBA as an international student about it as well. So it is going to be an interactive session where we are going to ask so many questions from Rupali related to MBA, online MBA, and normal international MBA. Thank you so much, Rupali, for giving us time for this particular session. And over to you now. You can share all the things.
Hello everyone, this is Rupali. I'm the project coordinator of IBU, and it's a privilege to be here with Globexa. The team is very supportive in terms of helping international students and even those domestic. So thank you so much for all the applications and the students that you've recruited till time. So moving forward, I would like everybody to understand what's the relevance of doing an MBA. So first of all, when it comes to an MBA, these days we see a lot of schools are offering that. But what makes IBU distinct? I would definitely like to share that with you as well. Yeah, just allow me a second and let me know once you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen, please?
Yeah, it's coming. Yes, now it is visible.
Okay, excellent. So I'll just minimize my screen. If you have any questions, tell me by the raise of hands, or we can do it after the presentation's done. So International Business University, if I talk about, we are Ontario's first next generation business university, and we've helped students find their career that ultimately fuels their passion. And we are a not-for-profit university with a consent granted by Ontario Minister of Colleges and Universities. And the best part about IBU is that all our programs are business specific. As our name says, we have a growing set of undergraduate and graduate programs with various specializations that make it very career relevant for you to get better jobs. And even if not better jobs, to start up something of your own as well. Because at the end of the day, a complete professional is the one who can work and can also create work for others to build in at the same time. And I would like to let everybody know on the call that we are AACSP member, and that is a good thing as well. If you see on the screen, I would specifically like to talk about the leadership. We are on the screen you see Dr. Siddhar Mutlu. He's the founder of IBU, and also you see Joanne Shovler, who's the president, vice president, and we have a team of professors and proven mentors that have devoted themselves to crafting and educating and opening doors for students in Canada and even overseas. And the learning experience is not just a very classroom experience, it is a holistic experience where students learn from the practical experience as well. And moving forward, just a quick glance of what it looks like, specifically where we are, which is 80 Bloor. So I would like to play the video for each one of you to see. And I would also like to tell that this is the view that we see from a CN Tower classroom. We started from the 8th floor. We've expanded to the 9th floor, the 10th floor, the 12th floor. So it's 8, 9, 10, 12. And it's a good campus. And this is Joanne Shovler, the president, as I'd mentioned. And the best part is, if you see where we are surrounded by 5 banks in the vicinity. And there's a gym right on the basement and the first and the second floor, so the students can be abreast with all the physical activities as well. And yes, the classrooms are very inclusive in the sense that they're just 30, 35 students, so every student feels that they're being heard and they're being able to develop themselves and ask questions, because as international students or domestic students also, sometimes people have inhibitions in asking questions, and that we've seen, so that can be prevented absolutely. And the campus has grown multifold as what you see in the video right now. So we would be sending you more videos of how the campus looks like now, and you can see that as well. The best part is we have a very strong student support services as well in terms of your housing, accommodation. In case you're not feeling well, people get a cultural shock when they change countries. They can definitely speak to the student support services people, and they would be happy to help them. So if you have any questions in terms of recruitment, I would also like to tell we have a career services support center, and the first set of graduates that IBU had seen, all of them are well placed. So they've got their requisite jobs and they're doing well in their careers. So it's 100% placement record, and that each one of you should know, because that makes you understand why you're doing what you're doing. So if I talk about the location, there are two campuses that we have. One is in downtown Toronto. It's IBU's primary campus. We are in the business capital of Canada. It's a healthy and stable environment. If you don't have to step out of the premises itself. The base station is on the basement, and 8th, 9th, 10th, and 12th is where your campus is. And we have another one at Yorkville Village, which is a walking distance. Again, it's a walk from a Queen's Park as well. It's a very vibrant location. You will see the best of brands around you in both locations in terms of shopping experience, immersive experiences for students as well. It gives a different feeling to them, and it's for all those students who are passionate to see not just their opportunities in terms of their career, but also the city. So it's quite a great location to be in. Moving forward, we do have BCom honors programs as well. And these programs, they're one of the best Bachelors of Commerce programs. Why do I say what I say? Is because we have a lot of specializations. It's not just management is what we're focusing on. You can choose the specialization of your choice. So the specializations available are BCom in Business Management, BCom in Digital Sales and Marketing Management, BCom in International Management and Technology, and BCom in Information Technology Management. And the program length is 32 months or 8 semesters, and it's a fast track program which can be completed in less than 3 years. The intakes, sorry, the intakes available are September, January, and May. So moving forward, I would like to also reinstate one thing, which is a doubt in some students. BCom programs will give you a 3-year PGWP, but they will not give you a spousal open work permit. And we can talk in detail in case you have any questions about this aspect as well. But moving forward to MBA, which is one of the prime programs that we've seen a lot of students opting for as well. It's because of the various specializations. It's not a generic MBA. And for many, this proves very vital for them. And the MBA program at IBU has a strong focus on sustainability, because we feel that the business leaders that we'll see tomorrow have to be very ethical, social, as well as understand the environmental responsibilities that they have once they become one. So moving forward from this, the MBA has 5 specializations. Our flagship, where we started from, was MBA in Technology, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship. And later, we got other specializations like MBA in Global Business Management, MBA in Financial and Management Analytics, MBA in General Stream, and MBA in Information Systems Management. I would like to tell you our MBA is spread across 4 semesters, 42 credits. It's a fast track MBA, which can be completed within 16 months. And in case a student opts for a summer break, then this can extend up to 20 months. The summer break is optional. It is not mandatory, which a student may or may not exercise after the second semester completes. And the intakes available are September, January, and May. And the students enrolled in our MBA program are entitled to a free associate membership with CIM and chartered managers, and they can get enrolled into this framework. And it will give them equivalency as well in case they want to exercise these professional designations in the future, once they do their MBA or simultaneously as well. So why should one study in IBU? It's because of the accreditations we enjoy. We are a designated learning institution approved by the Canadian government, and we are one of the 5 universities in Toronto at this point of time that offer MBA. And the best part is the campus is located in the business capital of Toronto, as I've already shown you in the video. And there are diverse academic programs for specializations for BCom, 5 for MBA. And we have experienced faculty. And why do I say what I say is because they're not just professors per se. They are working. They're leading one of the professors we have at IBU is working in a Fortune 500 company, gives students a lot of immersive experience by helping them indulge with the best of the people and network as well. And when you know who you have to set as your examples, it gets easy when you make a transition into a new country. And in terms of the work permit, yes, to work part-time up to 24 hours as per current norms. And the couples of the MBA student may also exercise spousal open work permit. And the PGWP, once you've completed this program, you may apply for a 3-year post-graduation work permit. And you're eligible for that, provided you comply with all the conditions that were relevant at the time when you were studying as well. So if I talk about the tuition fee and scholarships, the tuition fee for BCom would come around 65,600 Canadian dollars for a lot of South Asian students, but we do have scholarships, and there are region-specific scholarships too, which we can discuss based on the region students are coming from. And we have MBA, which is 35,800 in the on-campus price bracket if you want to come to Toronto and start, with the ancillary fee coming around 1,500 Canadian dollars, and the total will be 37,300 Canadian dollars. We are open for January at this point of time, May and even September, but January only for onshore students and not for offshore, but May and September, of course, for offshore and onshore both. And talking about this and moving forward, these are some admission requirements. The team is well equipped with this information. In case you need any help on this, I'm definitely there to assist you with all relevant profiles. And the English proficiency, I would definitely like to state, we require an IELTS academic 6, no band less than 6, or a TOEFL IBT 83 with no individual score below 20, and Duolingo 105. And apart from this, in terms of our MBA, we require a copy of passport. In case of an onshore application, we require a study permit as well. There's an online application form which we can help to fill in for you. So you can just send us all the documents, the official transcripts of the students, the bachelor's diploma, a CV detailing the experience, the skills, the voluntary engagement, a statement of purpose of around 1,000 words and why they want to do this MBA, and at least a reference letter, 1, if not 2. A minimum GMAT score of 560 that can be waived if a student has a work experience. But for recent graduates, I mean anybody who's graduated in the year 2023 or 2024 is considered as a recent graduate. In case they have lesser work experience, which is understandable, we may consider it. But of course, we encourage them to have very strong CV telling about the skills and what they were doing in this time, or the voluntary engagement, their interests, anything that they've been doing in order to build up a community as well, initiating for a community service. Even that would be good in case they want to show what all they were doing throughout this period. And the proof of English proficiency in IELTS academic 6, no band less than 6, a TOEFL 83, no individual score below 20, and a Duolingo 105. And some students who come from different backgrounds, whether they be engineering backgrounds or arts backgrounds, they because they have not done anything which was a business specific degree, they might have bridging courses. The bridging courses cost about additionally $200, and they are into 2 subjects, which is the bridging programs are quantitative methods for business and introduction to business. They're very easy, but yes, we feel they are imperative because sometimes students, when they're coming from different backgrounds, they need to be equipped with the best set of preliminary knowledge before they start their coursework. So moving forward, one of the main parts that I would like to tell about is we've also come on with an on-campus online MBA. And this is specifically not just for students who are in Canada, whether they be through PR, whether they be accompanying their spouses here, or whether they be a citizen at this point of time or a protected refugee. A lot of students feel that because they do not have the relevant Canadian education, sometimes they are not looked forward in jobs, and they are facing some lack of opportunity, I would say, or sometimes not being addressed as knowing what is imperative for this country. So we have come up with an online MBA as well. And the tuition fee for the domestic applicants for MBA, whether they be on campus or online, was priced at 24,100 Canadian dollars. But the best part is, at this point of time, we have bursaries. For on campus, we have a bursary of 6,000 Canadian dollars, which will bring 24,100 to 18,100 in case a domestic applicant, that means anybody on a PR, a citizen, or a protected refugee, can join this program at 18,100 Canadian dollars and complete the on-campus domestic MBA within 16 months, or an online domestic student will get a $10,000 bursary, irrespective of whether they're from Canada, they're from India, they're from South Africa, Middle East, anywhere. So they can start that as well. And their price point would come to around 14,100 Canadian dollars for doing your entire MBA for 16 months. And the specialization that we have for online MBA is technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. And we have a lot of domestic plans as well that you can see on your screens. Anybody who there is a start now, pay later for those who are having an annual income of $40,000 in single household, and in a family income as well, up to $80,000. They can opt for start now, pay later, which means eligible students will pay only 50% of their tuition fees during their study period. So that means 9,050 Canadian dollars in terms of on campus and $7,050 in case of online, and that too in installments. So the installments would come to around 565 Canadian dollars for on campus and 440 Canadian dollars for online. So that can be split between 12 months during the study period. And the remaining $7,050 in case of online can be paid over 12 monthly installments, with the first payment occurring 6 months after graduation. And or a verified employment in case they get a great job of an annual income of $55,000 or more. So they can pay it once they graduate. So as an institution, we are trying to make and build the belief that doing this MBA will definitely help them. For example, if you're working as an executive, it will help you become a team lead. If you're working as a team lead, it will of course help you elevate towards a managerial position in whatever system you're in. And any student who's not eligible for our start may start with a $1,000 registration fee upfront, and later they can pay the remaining fees in installments, which can be around 1,068 in case of on-campus every month, and 818.75 Canadian dollars in case of online MBA. And I'm sure there would be a lot of students who, once they're coming on their PR, their spouses are coming, and sometimes they also want to build in their own career. So they can start this program, whether they're from whatever nationality, in whichever country, they can start it online. And once they're in the country, they can do it as per their own call, because it's an asynchronous live online MBA for them as well. So this is there. And then we also have domestic applicants for BCom. They can also leverage from the different payment plans that are set for them. And these are my details. In case you have any questions, any doubts, please feel free to reach out to me. And I'm very prompt on emails, or if you need, you can give me a call as well. And please do follow IBU Instagram page so that you can be abreast with what all activities are happening here. And that would, of course, provide a visibility. And I will also share with you the online MBA trifold. I think I have with the domestic plan, and I can share it. You can promote it amongst the students who are watching this, and they can see the coursework and why they should be doing. We have Bloomberg Terminal. We have LinkedIn access to all of them. They will be in a cohort of students that will be doing online MBA from various locations, which will provide them a lot of networking. So Jitendra ji, if you know that how Canadian systems work, networking is very important. And a lot of students, well, once they step into Canada, they try and network, but the networking events are like 3 hours, 4 hours, and it gets over after that. But when you participate in something like an online MBA, you stay with a cohort of students for 16 months. And that helps you build up an own space, a safe space of students. And you network, you understand, you build in with the best of professors, you see the live classes, you participate. And at the end of the day, you get the online MBA, which is going to play a good role in terms of you finding a job as well.
Okay, so thank you so much, first of all, for the entire information in one go. So many things are clear, but there are a few doubts as well. I'll take them one by one. So first of all, the normal MBA as an international student. So there are few applications where the percentage is less than 55%, which is the usual criteria, where we usually get admission if the percentage is more than 55%. But there are students who are having mature students who are having less than 55% marks as well, but they are having good experience. And we have got a few admissions through to you, but few admissions are rejected if we submit application through apply board, especially from India. So what's the workaround for those kind of applications? Because when they go through apply board, then it becomes a really big problem for us to get such admissions. Even the profile is really promising.
Um, though this is not something that I have seen much of. Maybe one case that you're referring to, we did channelize it to the dean, and
That is
that
one which
understanded
reached.
that.
That is one which reached IBU actually. Once we forced it, but it was also refused even before sending to IBU. We forced it, and then it went to IBU. But there are many cases which are just dropped on the spot without even submission to IBU.
Okay, in that case, I can definitely facilitate that. You can let me know. We have our Indian counterparts as well who are working with IPU at this point of time. I can let them also tap on these cases. And otherwise, I will definitely help channelize and give them a route. But having a percentage less than 55% at this point of time makes it a little challenging for the institution, because moving forward, there will be applicability of PAL as well. And I know you understand how relevant and how precious it's going to be for every educational institution. In fact, to be very truthful, there might be a possibility that very soon you will see that we will raise our academic benchmarks as well. Because at this point of time, the student will be evaluated on a whole set of different aspects for the purpose of visa as well. And in the best interest of the student as well as the institution, both these things have to be seen simultaneously. So, but for this time and for whatever challenges you're facing through, I can definitely say, please feel free to reach out to me. And if needed, I will of course ask my Indian counterparts to be there with you and the team as well.
Sure. One more thing is there, which is related to the last semester of study. Is it
Yes.
initially it started as international internship? Later on, it
Starts as a capstone. It's called applications part of the curriculum or coursework.
okay.
And there are three ways of doing it. Either you do a business consulting, or you build a research plan of your own, or you probably have a business development plan. That means you've built a business and you want to you have entrepreneurship skills and you want to build a business of your own. So you can showcase your business development plan to your mentor that is assigned to you.
And what is business consulting?
So business consulting is that in case you want to work for a company into a consulting, suppose a student is doing something related to financial specializations, it should have relevance. The mentors should approve of the company that they're selecting and they want to work in for. And as an institution, there have been ways that we are trying to make students available to various recruiters as well that may consider them, and the students may consider the recruiters as well for a hands-on learning experience too.
Okay, so this is kind of serving an interest any
Yes,
company
yes,
as a consultant,
yes, but
and
it's
it
going
will
to be an
be
unpaid work
unpaid work.
because it's a part of your curriculum to show.
So there won't be any classes in the last semester, but it will be a capstone project.
Yes.
Whatever the students are going to do will not be paid.
Yes, but all the stages of this last semester are judged for. That means once your topic is finalized, how you have presented that topic, your mentor will give you marks for that. How you were progressing in that topic. So suppose your mentor guided you on how to go about your capstone project and you've been following the norms religiously and doing very well, then they are going to give you additional marks for every set of meetings that they are conducting with you. So it will be 4 to 5 meetings that the mentors will have to track your progress throughout your capstone, and every stage will be marked for. You will be assessed for it.
Got it. Then there is a break option after second semester of study. So uh, is it already in the system norms? Because whenever we get the offer letter, I guess the offer letter is for 16 months.
No, it's for 20 months.
It's for 20
Every
months?
LOA, yes, is for 20 months. It is because we provide for the fact that the students may exercise a summer break, so the period is there.
Okay. Any plan to make the course in a way that this 2 year of masters can also be completed in 12 months? Is there any possibility of it? Just like Laurentian University, they have this kind of option that their 16 months of masters can be completed in 12 months.
Actually, it's already a fast track MBA, which is to be completed in 16 months, 4 semesters. So there is no way that this can come down to 12 months. But just to ease the students and to make them understand, a capstone is a different way of teaching. So it is not as religious in terms of you coming to classes and doing that. So religiously, or like if I say as per norms, it's 12 months of classes and 4 months is your capstone, which can be your business development plan, your research project, or a business consulting that you're doing. And usually students like to tell which business consulting they want to do on their own. But of course, as a university, we're trying to map them out as well. Yeah, but that has no classes. That is only your mentors trying to see how many milestones you're achieving.
Got it. It is SOWP eligible right now as well. In future, there may be a change in SOWP eligibility that only 2 years of masters will be eligible for SOWP. Right now, any masters is eligible for SOWP, spouse open work permit. But even if it goes to 2 year of master is eligible for SOWP in future, as announced by the immigration minister. So still, it will stay eligible for SOWP because it is a 2 years masters. Uh, Next is many people question that it is a private university. Will this university, even if it is mentioned everywhere, I know that it is in DLI list and in the list as well, there is mentioned that this university is going to get PG work permit. Just your comments on that, whether a private university like IBU is going to get PG work permit. People are doubtful for that. So you should answer it.
We are a private, not-for-profit university. If you see on the IRCC website, all our programs are eligible for a 3-year PGWP, and that we're not saying that's exactly what IRCC claims. So we have to give at least the government the benefit of the doubt that if they're understanding at the time where we are seeing so many universities and so many programs going off the radar, IBU is getting specializations and is being approved by the government. So that's a positive sign as well. Though we are private, though we are not for profit, but we started with one specialization and today we have 5 specializations in our MBA. That means we are growing, and the government or the people who are in the framework of approving specializations are approving of what we are doing. So, yeah.
So for everyone, all the private universities or public universities in Canada, all the universities have PG work permit, and there is a special list as well, which is given on just search DLI list Canada. Yesterday only, I guess I have made a video on that. So you can check DLI list Canada and you can search for the province and the name of the university, and you can find the name of the university in that list as well. So that's how it can be
And
checked.
just one more thing I would like to add. It's a little out of the context, but you know it all very well, Jitendraji. A lot of Ivy universities, all of them, in fact, are private universities. So private and public should not have a role to play. How the university is doing, what are the benefits are next to your university in terms of whatever coursework you're doing. This should be the basic framework. Not that I compare any university to the Ivies, they are specific, but yes, I would like to reinstate they all are private and none of them are government. So private will not have a role to play. The university, the leadership, the programs, your own future, your stay back options, a lot of things when seen at a 360-degree framework, they have what should guide your decision.
Yeah, got it. There is one thing which is there in the offer letters which we receive for admission, that student needs to send transcripts to the university for checking at the end. So what is more appropriate option of doing it? Should they send the transcript from the university directly to you? Should they carry it in their hand when they are reaching IBU, or should they carry their original documents for you to check?
So yes, it is advisable that the students can mail it from the university. For example, a student is coming from University of Delhi, they can ask the University of Delhi to email it to postal mail it to IBU. But in case students think that the time is less and they're not able to do this, in that case, they should definitely have a sealed copy of their transcripts from their university being issued, and they should not open that seal. And so some of the students, because you provide them immigration options in the future as well, they also get a VES done because they will be using it later anyway. If they'll be applying.
If someone already has a VES done, then can it work as a replacement of these things?
So if the student has a VES done, they can of course get that sealed envelope as well, but the transcript should come in the sealed envelope. The reason is we don't.
If the VES is done, that it means that
then it's
VES has
verified.
already accepted.
They can just get the VES copy as well along with the transcripts, but whatever they require in the form of them to see the transcripts once in person, which were used at the time of application, that they should definitely carry along with them.
But many students in past, I guess, they have carried the originals only rather than transcripts. And
yeah, that is fine as well, but it's advisable in their best interest too that they can apply for the transcripts, get them in the sealed envelope for the university to verify that there is, yeah.
But even if they are carrying their original documents and
that's
check
fine
it by yourself, then also it is fine.
That's fine, but all the application documents that were used for the purpose of applications should be carried in person for verification.
That we got. If anyone, admission team or others, if you have any questions related to this MBA, International MBA, you can leave your questions in the chat, and I'll take it to Rupali. In BCom, as we haven't done, I guess we haven't promoted BCom till now. It is a 4-year BCom. Fee is also quite competitive. What is the first year fee after the bursary of $9,000 which you shared?
It would be around 14,000 Canadian dollars that the student will have to pay.
14,000 for first year, and
yeah, but that's the tuition fee, the ancillary fee, and everything along with it. The entire program would come to around $64,000 throughout 4 years. So, yeah.
So first year fee is going
around 16, you can say, with tuition as well as ancillary expenses, whether they be books, whether they be, yeah.
And the total fee is going to be around 65,600.
Yeah, 65,600.
And it will be completed in 32 months, and each semester, 8 semesters are there. Okay, if they make it fast track without any breaks, yeah.
I got a question for English exempted countries, I think, on the chat box.
Yeah.
So I'll be sending you a list of the countries that are exempted of the English requirements because there are plenty of them. So just allow me some time, I'll send you the list.
Is Nigeria in the list?
Yes, Nigeria through WAEC, yes.
What's that?
The WAC results. There's a Western Africa exam, the results that they can give us, and with that, they get their English exemptions because they come from an English-speaking country, but they just require to provide us that. Western African Examination Council gives them certain results. Basis that, from Ghana, from Nigeria, they can exercise English exemptions, like English examination exemption.
Got it. Please share the list of countries where they don't require. And will all the countries in the list require this test, WAC test?
No, that's only for African countries because the full form is Western African Examination Council. Those results will give them this benefit.
Okay.
I'll share with you the detailed list, and that would be helpful.
In IBU, classes are held on which 2 days and for how long? Okay.
So usually in beginning days, 2 days are allotted to you as per your batch size, and later students can choose their days as well. But sometimes if there is certain ways of getting the course done, it has to be allotted by the admissions committee as well. So yeah, the 2 days cannot be fixed and told, but they are from Monday to Saturday, and the classes are 3 to 4 hours in a week that are given to you.
And are there any classes on absolute weekends, Saturday, Sunday?
Sometimes Saturday, because Saturday the university is operational from 9 to 5. The first batch is 8:30 to 12, then 12:30 to 3:30, and then 3:30 to 6:30. So nothing beyond 6:37 anyway. Yeah.
So 4 hours per week means 2 hours per day
So
classes.
no, it's 4 hours in one class. That means 8 hours in a week.
8 hours in a week. Okay, so
Yeah.
4 hours in a day, any 2 days can be there. Initially,
Yeah.
university will give it. Later on, as per the subjects we are choosing, we can choose it.
Yes.
Because electives are going to be started, I guess, from second and third semester.
Yes.
Okay, so 4 hours per day should not be a problem. And can we
Yes.
take online class in case someone is traveling or something in?
No, because out of these two classes, usually there are marks for attendance, class participation, team quizzes, presentations. So if students will miss out on these classes, it will affect their grades. So it's advisable. There are only 7 classes for one coursework. It's advised that they do not miss their in-person classes. Yes, sometimes if there's a subject, for example, finance or some other subjects where students face a lot of pressure, sometimes there are recorded sessions that they can see over the weekends and when they have time. But the in-person classes should be attended. It's highly recommended.
Got it. Will the online MBA available to spouse upon work permit? This online MBA will not give any spouse upon work permit, or in fact, it is not going to give any PG work permit as well.
Yes.
The purpose is not that we are going to discuss more on this. Will the degree mentioned in the online MBA will the same
Yes.
as
It
regular
will be
degree?
seen as the regular degree because the credits will be the same. They'll get the same 42 credits that they're doing.
But it will not be having a PG work permit. So
It
anyone
will
will
not
be
have a
doing it.
PGWP. It will not have a spousal open work permit. But a lot of students who are looking for some additional points at the time of PR or they're not able to assimilate that, they might benefit from this because it's a master's program, which will give them the requisite points for applying, which is the third question. It will give them the PR points for the master's.
Okay. Pooja is asking for the normal MBA, regular MBA, if student doesn't have this WAEC result for.
Usually all Nigerian schools, because it's their examinations council, they do have that. Like we have, to be very truthful, like we have CBSE in India. All their results are, they have WAC results with them.
Okay, and if they don't have it, then we should take any IELTS, PT, Duolingo, this type of test from them.
Yeah, but to be very truthful, like we do not have, like we have CBSE and we have CBSE when we have to give our marks. That's how they have WAC
Okay, got it.
as per the education system.
Okay, moving towards this domestic and online MBA. So, if someone is spending $14,000, right now there is a bursary in that, and in future there may not be a bursary, and fee may go to $24,000. So right now $7,000 per year is the fee,
Yes, yes, you're
and
right.
starting our
And the best part is they have to only pay 7,050 in the first year across 12 months. And the remaining, if they comply with the norms of start now, pay later as per the domestic plan that I've sent you, they can pay the remaining after 6 months from graduation. So if they're getting
so
graduated,
minimum 7,000 they need to pay. So there was one more option, $1,000 registration and rest
that
they.
was when you are not eligible for start now, pay later because of not falling into an income bracket. They have to pay $1,000 registration fee, and the remaining they have to pay, which is 17,000 something in installments, which would come to around 818 Canadian dollars a month
Okay,
for
so
online.
if someone, okay, so what kind of scenarios are there for the payment? One is someone is directly paying
So
$7,000
one is
first
as
year.
per the domestic plan. I would like to show it to you. Let's
Just leave domestic. Let's focus on online first. So we
Okay,
don't
yeah,
know.
domestic plan for the online MBA. So if a student is domestic, meeting certain criterias, they start with 2 payment plans, which one is called Start Now, Pay Later. One is who are not eligible for Start Now, Pay Later. So I'll quickly take a minute
What is
and
this? I couldn't understand.
yeah, and
Domestic
I'll just
student taking online MBA.
Yeah, so so everybody is getting a scholarship. If you've seen this, there's a start now, pay later. Start now, pay later is for those who are earning 40,000 as single income household or 80,000 as family income household. Have a good academic performance. These students will pay 50% upfront and the remaining they can pay 6 months after graduation. That's the payment plan. Or once they get an employment of $55,000 or more. Then there is extended payment plan for all students who are not in this low income position and do not have this academic performance. They can just pay $1,000 registration fee and the remaining they can pay as $818 in case of online from whichever country, need not be domestic in this case. This can be used by international as well. But yes, this is the plan.
So if the income is less than $40,000 and for the family income of less than $80,000,
Correct.
it is the first
And
plan.
also get an academic performance that has been given.
Okay, and academics are good. Then in that case, pay just the upfront money of first year and
That
remaining.
too, the upfront money of first year also has to be paid in 12 installments, which will just come $440 a month.
Okay, so this is the facility, means $7,000 to be paid in 12 months,
Yes.
quite easily, which can be paid. Means if
Yes.
some exceptional scenario is there, profile is good, income is low, then just pay for $440 per month in the 12
Yes.
months and 1 year fee is completed. Remaining 1 year fee, they can pay after 6 months of completion of their graduation.
Correct. Or if they get a salary of $55,000, whatever is earlier for them.
Got it. Got it. So they need to share with you. They have got the annual income of 55,000.
Yes. Yes, these are some things that they have to supporting documents that may be required for them to showcase this eligibility. In case somebody does not qualify for the start now, pay later, they can still qualify for this plan, which is start now, pay later program, which is $1,000 registration fee upfront. After that, 13,100 to be paid in equal installments throughout 12 months of $818 a
So
month.
okay, so for 16 months they need to keep paying this amount,
Yes.
and
Yes.
$1,000 is already paid to you,
Yes.
and they can keep
Yes.
paying. So there won't be any way to pay second year fee after the completion of study after 6 months or so. That will option will not be there.
No, because they're already getting a $10,000 bursary now at this point of time. So that is one thing that they are getting.
Okay.
$2,500 per semester is anyway being applied to them.
You said one term I couldn't understand. Domestic online student. What do you mean by domestic student?
Domestic, I mean any student who's a citizen, any student who's a PR, and any student who's a protected refugee. That's a domestic student. That means they are based out in Canada in these capacities. International is anybody who wants to do it from any part of the world, whether it be India, whether it be Africa. And sometimes a lot of Indian counterparts are calling their spouses here. And before they even step in this country, they can start doing the online MBA, because once they are in this country, you have been in Canada and you've been here for a long, long time. You know that the Canadians look in for the Canadian education also and Canadian work experience also at the time of jobs. So they can also start this program from whichever country they
So
are.
this is for the enhancement of their profile. And because they
That's for them to actually settle. So some people are coming for the purpose of settling in the long run. And initially, once they come, they keep looking for jobs for a long time and they don't get one. Or if they're getting their spouse along, even if, for example, a spouse is taking a career break to handle the household responsibilities at some point of time, but wants to later resume in the workforce, they can do this program at their own beck and call, because it's online MBA, it's asynchronous. There is no marks for attendance. You can see the classes as per
it
your
is
own
just
will.
like executive MBA to upgrade ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just
Absolutely.
like that. And
Yeah.
this online comes concept for anyone who is not a domestic student.
Yes, absolutely. We are having international applicants as well to this program.
So international applicants who are on work permit, maybe they may be doing it. So
Or who are accompanying their spouses in the long run, in the near future. They can also do it.
okay, so spouse who is in India or in any country outside
Yeah, and
Canada right now, they can
yeah,
complete it.
and they can complete it. And once they're in Canada, they already have a Canadian MBA in hand.
So why to do? Because if they just want to have an MBA degree for them, so they can do it in India as well. Why to do it in
But
Canada
once they're coming
by
to,
paying $14,000?
because $14,000, because they're coming to Canada, they will build a network of people when they're doing this. There'll be annual meetings after they complete their MBA. They will always get an ecosystem where they've functioned in for these 16 months. And you know it the best. In Canada, networking is very important for them to understand, for them to build a system, and there will be an option that some days, once or twice, the students can come on the campus and see what the experience is like in person as well. So even if they're doing a program from Edmonton or from Calgary, but they want to ace up their profiles, and suppose somebody's working at Tim's as an executive, is not getting promoted as a manager. Why? Because they do not have a specific master's degree to them. They can definitely use these tools as online MBA to amplify their profile and become eligible for the requisite positions.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of time students face this, that we are not getting the requisite position because we don't have this degree with us.
So in terms of eligibility, what's the eligibility for admission? Is it same or different?
It's the same as like the
Regular.
international MBA we do. Yeah.
Okay. One
And
doubt.
I would like to reinstate one more thing for online MBA specifically. There have been some cases we have seen that there are protected refugees who had to drop out of school because of some reason. They did not complete a course. But they have lots of years of experience and they're doing well. In that case, those mature students can be considered for this program as well. Because the intent of the program is to promise them that we are doing everything to elevate their future at this point of time.
So what do you mean by dropout of which study? If they dropped
So,
out
for
of
example,
bachelor's,
they dropped out in bachelor's during a few credits, but they've been working like for 8 years, for 10 years. For one of my applicants is like in the pharmaceutical industry from the last 18 years, but they dropped out of school in Vancouver.
how to
So,
do MBA without bachelor's? Because eligibility criteria is having a bachelor's.
yes, but in some students who are of exemplary profiles, we may consider them.
What background then you will see if they have school dropouts or if they just
Not
have
school
12th?
drop, yeah, not 12th, but in case they dropped out in the last few times, like they could not complete their bachelor's, one or two courses were left, or a semester was left for some reason, we can definitely consider them.
Means they got enrolled in bachelor's but didn't complete their
They
bachelor's.
didn't graduate with their bachelor's degree for some
They can
reason.
directly do this MBA.
Yeah, we can consider them. They can put their applications. We can consider them. We can send them forward. It's not a rule of thumb that we definitely will be taking them in, but
If their
we try, we want to.
profile is good, then
Yeah,
you can consider
we want to
enrolling
take
with
them and
bachelor's.
we want to help them and ourselves as well because they're doing well in their life.
Okay, got it. One big doubt is related to getting the Canadian points for PR, which is for master's degree, they get 30 points. So for these kind of cases, means how it is going to work out. Will it be considered as a master's? For example, if someone is working in Canada and this is an online MBA, they are with their work, they are completing one MBA. Usually, to
Yes.
complete any degree in Canada, they require a study permit. For this, they
Mm.
don't require a study permit, and it is
Yeah.
an executive MBA, online MBA, they can complete it.
Yeah.
Will they get the equivalency points, everything, the way they have completed their MBA along with their
Yes. Yes.
work?
Yes. Because I did confirm it yesterday as well. These are 42 credits and they will have the same equivalence of doing a master's. But yes, the PGWP will not be available to them, but remaining, it will still have the same point score for a master's.
So, again, means people will be doubtful about it. That's why I'm asking about it again and again. Usually, we don't do any kind of ECA for any Canadian degrees. Do we require to do it, or is there any confirmation from IRCC that if you do this online MBAs, you are going to get the full points, 30 points of the highest degree, and even more points if you
In case you
do a
want a
degree in
written
Canada?
communication on that, I can definitely ask for it and provide it to you.
Yeah, because if someone is there, there will be doubts for sure.
I
So
understand.
that's why I'm asking. Because if someone
I
is spending
I'll
forty
note
thousand
this
dollars,
down. Don't worry. I'll speak to them and I'll get you through.
so if students are spending $14,000 and they will be the first batch
Yeah.
of it, and they don't know
Yeah.
what is going to happen after 16 months of study, if they spend everything and they're considering that they are going to get more than 30 points after doing this.
I will get you the written communication also of this. And rest, I would like to say one more thing. Now that we're talking about this, there was a first set of 18 graduates that we just see graduated last year. And they also confided in the fact that the university will scale up, and it did. Today, we are a community of 2,000 plus students already in the short span of time of 2 years. So there's always a first day, a first set of students, and a first set of belief. But the best part is all 18 of them, 100% recruitment has happened and they are 100% placed. So
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
worth
great.
it.
Many congratulations for that. And yeah, I guess we are in communication with IBU for some time. And
Yeah.
uh, after COVID, when it started, and along with Algoma, we started doing IBU as well. So we know that.
You know it, you're a live testimonial.
Yeah, so we know all those things, but this is something new for us.
Yes.
New for us from entire Canada, not even from
Yes.
IBU. Coming out of IBU, it is coming out of Canada as a new thing for us.
Absolutely.
So that's why we are bit. The good part, if it is going to work and going to give us 30 points or more for a master's degree, and especially when if someone has a really great profile but couldn't complete the bachelor's, but the part of bachelor's was completed, and they have the experience, and now they can complete a master's and directly they can claim a Canadian master's for their PR.
Yeah,
That can become a really big turnaround for us. So it is.
absolutely.
So it is
And
what.
and the payment plans are also amazing. To be very truthful, not everybody even qualifies for the OSAP eligibility. So which becomes very hard for some students sometimes. So they can definitely go ahead with this.
Got it. Understood. Yeah, good to go. Most of the things are quite clear to me. Let me see the option to advertise it inside Canada, because these people are inside Canada. A few maybe outside Canada as well, and
Yeah.
they can get more points.
But of course, the inside Canada one, specifically citizens, the PR holders and the protected refugees can really benefit from this.
Yeah, so it can benefit them in great way. Yeah, so inside Canada as well, we need to advertise outside Canada as well. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely, it becomes a really good option. Great. Thank you so much for all the insights. Okay, there is one
Is the
question for
online
me.
MBA cohort based on content? Yes, it is. Yes, it is based on continuous enrollment. The next available intake, first is Jan. This is our first intake. Then there would be May and September.
Uh,
But the bursary, which is $10,000 for online right now, may not extend in May. So because it's the first time that we are launching the program, it's I think one stellar bursary that we have at this point of time. The application process is very simple. You just have to collect the documents and send it to me like you always do, and I can send it forward. And can you please shed some light on passing criteria and subjects? Passing criteria would usually be in the terms of their tests, which might happen online, or which might be on a specific time that they've opened up through their softwares, that you have to do it in these many minutes and you have to submit that. But the classes, usually there would be networking sessions, there would be live sessions also if they want to attend. So some students, they want to attend and speak to the professors, the other students, chat and have that time. They can do that. Otherwise, they would be recorded. There would be no like imperative request that you have to, you may. So that is how they'll be evaluated. All the credits are the same as MBA in Technology, Innovation, Entrepreneurship in on-campus framework.
okay, great. So,
What is the starting date for Jan? It's 21st of January.
and what is the last date of admissions?
21st is when we are starting, and that's the last, because online will begin on the same day.
Till when we can submit the applications?
You can submit it till even, just give me a second. You can submit it till 17th.
17th of January.
Yeah. In any extreme case, if there's some pendencies, maybe we can expedite them till 20th because it's an online MBA. But yeah, most likely 17th.
Great.
And if the marketing team, anybody requires anything else, let me know, and we can definitely, I can see what best I can do.
Yeah, I got the points. So a few major points for online MBA. So regular MBA was quite clear to us. Just I was clearing a few doubts, but most of the things were clear. Online MBA, so yes, payment plans are quite clear to us, and then 30 points or more people can get for their PR, even if the bachelor was left in between, so they can get admission. And yeah, all these points. And even if someone is on work permit in Canada, they can also do it along with their work. So all those things are quite clear to
Yes,
me.
confirmation on the PR points would be an important point. I will speak and I'll try and get you a written communication on the same so that you don't have to rely on the word of mouth from me.
Got it. That will really help. So we will be more kind of, yeah, you will get it.
Confident.
Yeah.
Confident in what we're talking. Okay, I understand.
Confirmation on the
Excellent.
PR points would be a great help. Yeah, so that is what.
Yeah,
Yes.
I answered. Okay, excellent. Thank you everyone for sending all the applications, all the good students, and all the work you do. I totally appreciate it, and let me know how I can help you always. All the best.
You are
And
always
happy 2025.
a great support for us. So always available and really quick in responses. So
I'm so grateful.
yeah.
And I wish you the best. A happy 2025 to each one of you and all your families as well. May we all grow and prosper.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Have a good time. I'll get you the written communication. I'll speak to it and get back to you on this. Okay.
Sure.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Bye.
Bye.